I get why having that reflection is really important. How about getting to a point where we're thinking about what happens next? And at the back of our heads, we've still got an evolution to who we want to become. How do we then define that?
Okay, it's a good question.
I mean, at 46, my life is a evolution as I learn more, understand more, grow, develop. I don't think that evolution can end depending on your mindset, but it continues, doesn't it? So yes, we look back, but how do we look forward from where we are and say, what do we want?
Okay, it's like building a structure. You're building your life. So your past is your foundation. So your foundation is built up of your memories and achievements. So next thing is say, okay, what do I want to build from here? Now you can reflect back on thinking what you haven't been able to achieve. That's a good place to start. I wanted to be an astronaut, but okay, if you can't be an astronaut now, you can join probably Richard Branson on his space shuttle or something like that. By this time, you might have money. So, do you see what I'm getting at? You have
Yeah,
aspirations when you're younger, and as you grow up, a lot of these are not fulfilled. So now's the time to reflect back on these, and you are the best repository of these knowledges.
yeah.
And then you can bring them back, dust it off, and then you think, well, what can I do with this thing? Is it possible now within the resources and the means that I have? Do I still have any inclinations to do that? Okay, things
Yeah,
like I wanted to be.
that's interesting. That question, what aspirations did I have when I was younger
Mm,
that I still haven't fulfilled, is a great
absolutely.
question, isn't it?
Yeah. And then, as you come to present moment in time, you sort of look around you. And again, that list of people you have, you look at what they've been able to achieve. And you can get some inspiration of when somebody's achieved something. It's like myself, at the age of 60, I treated myself to a Himalayan trek. And I thought, that's amazing achievement. Even now I can talk about it, the experience I had and the training that I had to go through. So you pick up little inspiration from that. Even if you're a humble walker, you can step up and like yourself you do marathons, so that's another thing to set up. So these
Yeah.
are little, you build up your future and you say, right, okay, I want to do these things, and you put your mind and heart and soul into it, and next thing you know, you've achieved it. So that's another
Love that.
sense of pride, and that
Love that.
launches you onto the next step.
Yeah, 100%. And that evolution continues, but I really like the idea of looking back to look forward. What are the bits that I said I was going to do when I was 8 that actually I've now got the time, effort, and energy to do at 60? Now, I may not be able to be an astronaut. I mean, now potentially anything's possible over the next few years with space tourism, but um, uh, filling those gaps with stuff we that were important to us when we were young is a decent starting point, isn't it?
And
Um,
I think, just to add on that point, Chris, for inspiration, we're living in a digital world and there's so much information out there. If you put a simple word in Google or something like that, it'll come up with so many ideas and things like that, and a lot of resources. So you're not short of inspiration there. And again, it could be overwhelming because you're spending too much time exploring that, but you need to pick something, at least one, to benefit from it. Otherwise, it becomes purely academic exercise by learning what people have done and you don't
yeah,
do it yourself.
yeah, no, I get that.